My name is McCray. On my way to Tanzania, Africa, my first time traveling on vacation. I had always procrastinated about this for years. Now it's an opportunity to travel with my friend Ali Mongo, and I'd like to know that I'm going to enjoy myself. I feel like I'm going home now, even though for many years I've thought about it, but I'm going home. I truly want to thank this opportunity for arriving what I consider at home. It's been a long time, all my life. I had always thought about it, felt about it, but never experienced it. And I'm truly thankful for having this opportunity to land here this evening. It still hasn't touched me yet until I actually walk from this airport area into the community to start to see and feel everyone that I only imagined. For my first time, it's important, and I'm quite sure for everybody who has traveled the world for the first time, it's a different feeling, a feeling that you can't explain, but nevertheless, it's a feeling that really makes you remember what life is all about, what your ancestors in other countries is all about, what they have to offer and what you never experienced. So I encourage everyone, for the first time, as I was told by a program that was hosted by Gil Noble, many years ago. He said, if nothing else, once in a lifetime, everyone should visit the Motherland, Africa. So I'm thankful for this opportunity to be able to do this now. And I'm thankful for a very personal friend of mine, Ali Mongo, okay, who is from here. This is homeland. Nevertheless, we became friends probably about 8 years ago, but we really became close probably about 5 years ago. And I'm so thankful for this opportunity to be able to share, to come here with him, for him to introduce me to wonderful people and to get the feel of what life is all about, what we have been missing. If nothing else, take this opportunity, and I will share this with my family and friends once I return back home. If I return back home, I may stay. I'm speechless right now. It's still the opportunity to feel what I had never experienced. And so right now, if I'm stuttering, if I'm lost for words, it still has not gravitated to me yet. And that's what's important. But I'm thankful for, again, Ali and all his friends and the gentlemen I just met. I know I'm going to have a wonderful time. Yeah. But if you start to see me cry, then you know why.
Karibu Tanzania.
You know, I just like to say, met some wonderful brothers right here, some good people, you know, and down to earth. There's nothing greater than knowing that you are in good hands, even if you're in the, you know, let's say a foreign land. But a foreign land, in my opinion, is not so much a foreign land. It's only foreign because I've never been here. But in my heart, I feel like I know
you're at home. You're at home. You're at home.
You know, I'm home, and that's what it's all about. And so when you're home, you're welcome from good friends and family, etc., etc., etc. And this is just a start.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Most welcome.
I just want to thank God for this morning and waking me up and allowing me to see this wonderful and glorious day. The sun is shining. It's so peaceful. I cannot begin to imagine what it's fully like. But, you know, I'm going to enjoy every moment, every opportunity, that I'm thankful for all the blessings He has bestowed upon me. Today, as we get started, Ali and I, we're going to take a walk down to the beach and enjoy the moment, the ocean, the view, and all of its serenity. And I just want to say thank you. You know, I cannot be thankful enough to just to say it's a wonderful day, and I'm thankful for that. Every moment is a blessing. Every moment is an opportunity to take advantage of what he has given me and bestowed upon me. And I sent the message to my daughter, who in turn will send it to the rest of the kids, just to let them know I'm here, I'm safe, and I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the first day of my life, beginning. One of the most important things I just experienced, Ali shared with me, and it shows you how what life is all about, what God has given us. And here I'm standing on a beach in Tanzania, and the beaches are free. It's for the people. It's for the people, by the people. And that's what's important. It's not congested. But even if it was, what's important is free. There's no cost to experience what God has given us. This is His life, and He has given it to us to enjoy every moment of our day, every moment of our life. And as you can see, people come and everybody's sharing the moment, sharing the space, just doing what the freedom has given them. And one of the other things that I experienced is that the air is light. There's a smoothness, it's soft. Even the air itself, the feeling is unexplainable. I just cannot begin to explain the feeling. But there's such a serenity here. I think everybody, we talk about a healing, we talk about a natural medicine. This is what we need to be able to experience freedom. That's what freedom is all about. And as you can see, everybody's just doing the thing. And this is just the beginning of this moment, of this morning. One of the most important things I'm also experiencing and learning that here this structure is made out of its own natural wood from its own natural soil. And the solidness of this wood, you can tell there's a big difference from what you have and see here versus regular lumber that you have in the United States. This is solid wood. You don't even have to worry about something penetrating this because it's solid. It's a natural state. And that's what's important too. You look at the structure all around of this small villa that gives you the exact same support and security as you would or have seen other places. You would think with this, if it rained, it pours on the inside. But this is supported. And it gives you the same security, and it shows you how other natural humanity in other countries use their own natural resources to build the exact same thing, and it's secure. Hi, as you can see, Ali and a friend of mine, we're just walking around down here on Dar es Salaam. And as you can see, the traffic, the flow of people. And over to my right is Askari. It shows the statue where at one time they were fighting for freedom. And that's important. Every culture, every place has their own monument that identifies what freedom was all about. So that's what's important. So again, just want to show you just a small segment of where I'm at, just walking around, enjoying the moment, enjoying the people. Okay? I mean, you figure everybody was like that close, dancing each other. Something else. I truly want to say it was an experience riding in one of these things. It's unbelievable. You never know what they can do. I mean, all terrain too. Please, I'll take one of these home. Of taking public transportation, I find it to be extremely experiencing. When I talk about being packed, there's nothing like the United States where you have room, you can sit down and at least feel comfortable. Here, they pack you on like sardines because I can understand that it's about business. Get as many as you can on, and people rushing to go someplace to take care of business, people rushing to come back. But it's all about business. Business, 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 no matter how you look at it. So at almost any condition, you know, you just have to fit in and blend in. And I know when I got on the bus, they don't have no time wasted for somebody to sit down. The bus took off. I almost fell back into my seat and whatnot. But you know, it's all good, no matter how you look at it. And again, it's all about business. This is pure, natural, organic water. A little tip, it kills malaria. Big difference. Big difference. Natural. Here's an introduction to Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro.
A taste of the mountain that I haven't even explored yet. Isn't that something? I guess this is one of those, better taste me first before you decide to climb me. So if it tastes good, then the climb should be great. But if it tastes bad, I'm in trouble tomorrow.
You're in trouble tomorrow.
But in all seriousness and all jokes aside, tomorrow I will be heading towards Kilimanjaro for my exploration up to the top. It will be my first experience, and I'm quite sure it will be an experience that I will never ever forget. In my understanding, once you climb it, you get a certificate, a certification to show that you have been there, you've been to the top. And once again, it's an experience. We see it all the time. At least I have, you know, on TV, some kind of documentary. But to actually physically have the opportunity to climb the mountains, it's once in a lifetime, and it's a chance of a lifetime. I'm busy now. I'm on my way to the airport, catch a flight over to Kilimanjaro, and take it from there, see what happens. Tabia zao wanazizipendi, kitumbua ukitia mchanga itaumbuka. Mwenzako, tafadhali usije kunitenda utanisika. Mwenzako, una visenti na vichanga changa nitakupa. Mwenzako, kuku nimenasa kwenye tenga sina pupa. Mimi wangu sisemi, silali, kwako vile sihemi. Behind me, there's Mount Meru. Mount Meru. It's interesting because I feel like I experienced that even though it's two different locations. Kilimanjaro, Mount Meru, and here to my left, as I would turn around, and this mountain behind me is Kilimanjaro. Oh, well, they all look alike, but the interesting thing is that, as you can see, I had the experience of attempting to climb, attempting to walk, but it wasn't about the journey, it was about understanding the conditions, and the condition doesn't mean it's negative, it means what you go through in life, what you want to experience, what you want to see, what you want to journey through, and experience what others have done long before me, even as of this day, this very moment. People walk there and from with ease, and that's not being from here, being above high elevation, it takes away, you know, but you have to be here on a regular basis. You have to live here to journey, to understand exactly what you've been missing all of your entire life. If you've never been here, or you never lived among your native people, your family, a culture that welcomes you as if they knew you all your life. And that's what's important. And so really, honestly, there's no words to truly describe what I feel, what I've learned, and what I have experienced. There's no words to describe that. Only you have to take those steps to journey your way through life. Time we leaving the resort, the small resort of Moshi, and we're waiting for our ride to take us over to Motherland. It's a nice little waterfall, I understand, and I know I'm going to be excited. I should be excited, and matter of fact, it's part of the adventure anyhow. You know, one of the most important things is that, you know, we use the term, you know, high on the hill and low in the valley. This is literally high on the hill and low in the valley, but it's not a mindset of living high better than you or living low less than. It's just a balanced environment where everybody has the opportunity. If you happen to be up on the hill, as you can see behind me, there are houses high above and there are houses below. But it's a choice that one lives and makes within their life. But in the same token, I'm a firm believer that everyone is still equal, because as you can see, they travel the same road, they travel the same pathway. You see the kids standing waiting for it to go to school. It doesn't matter. But the bottom line is, everybody, to my knowledge, what I'm experiencing has the same mindset of working together, living together, supporting one another, helping one another to make a difference. And the beauty of this landscape behind me is far beyond my imagination. There's no words to express what I'm actually physically experiencing. This is not a documentary on TV that I have watched. You see me in the background behind me. I am physically here in this beautiful country that too many have not seen. And yet I encourage anyone, as I was told many years ago, at least once in your lifetime, every black person should visit Africa. I'm not talking about the ones who took the opportunity, but I'm talking about the ones who never or have not taken the opportunity. But at least visit, and then you'll feel what I'm talking about. You'll know that you're at home.
You're from where? Materuni.
Motherland?
Happy people.
Happy people.
One love.
To Materuni, this is like our coffee farm. So this is coffee tree, and this is Arabica coffee. In the world, we have two types of coffee. We have Arabica coffee and Robusta coffee. But in Kilimanjaro here, we prefer to plant Arabica coffee.
Okay.
Arabica coffee, you don't need any kind of chemical or need any kind of fertilization.
Right.
That's why you can see plant in the bush. We mix together banana, big tree, because the coffee need a shadow.
Right.
Yeah. So this is Arabica coffee. When you talk about Arabica coffee have 3 beans inside, or sometimes you can find 2 beans. First of all, this is the first shell of our coffee.
Okay.
Remember these things. Arabica coffee have 3 shells inside. The first one, the red one. Second one, which you remove while is dried, wash it. After remove this, you go to put to the water this one.
Right.
Wash it, cleaning. Put to the cyanide,
right.
Dried it. And then, after dried, it take like 3 weeks to 4 weeks.
Right.
And then we go to process it to drink it. So, if you are ready, maybe you can start walking a little bit to my coffee farm, to my local barista there,
right.
To have a more explain,
okay,
and more cup of coffee.
This is your family farm?
Yeah, this is my family farm. And this is Arabica coffee. We plant Arabica coffee because Arabica coffee also is good.
So how long has this been in your family?
How long?
Yeah.
When I been in, what was this farm? This farm, Omola, this farm is produced by our grandfather. It's like 100 years. You can see the tree is big now.
Wow.
So, and our grandfather already passed away. Banana beer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We make banana beer, banana schnapps and banana wine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Here you can get the chance to try later maybe.
Banana wine.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Banana beer.
And the banana for eating like a fruit is the small one.
Right.
Sweet one. It's tasty.
Is it a long process when you make banana wine or banana beer?
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a lot of
Time, but because if you want to make banana beer, you must be boiling the banana first.
Okay.
Then we filter the juice.
Right.
Then fermentation,
Wow.
like for 2
Okay.
days. Then we get the beer. We
Oh,
mix
okay.
with finger millet. You know millet? Finger millet, something small one. Then
Okay.
we grind it to get the powder.
Okay.
The flour. This is a banana flour. Look like. So, like I told you in there, our coffee is starting to the tree
right.
to be green.
Right.
After change to be green to be yellow. After be yellow a little bit, change the color to be ready like this
Right.
one. This one, red one, if we peel hard this, you can find the 2 beans inside.
Okay.
First shell of our coffee is this one. This is the
Okay.
first shell we put here. So when you touch this one, you can feel something like slippery.
Yeah.
That is nuka. This one we remove while you put to the water for 2 days
Right.
or 3 days. Then you take out, you wash it, very clean it to get this one.
That one.
This one's
okay.
the dried one. And if we do this again, dried one, do hard this one. Do hard oil like wanna break it. Do like this. Can feel another shell.
Okay. Yeah.
This is our first shell of coffee.
Wow.
2 shell. So when we look clearly to our beans, this one, you can see another shell. This
Oh, wow.
Very clean shell. This one we remove while we roasting our coffee.
Okay.
So while if you want to drink a cup of coffee, we must come here to our local machine there
Right.
to pounding
Okay.
to remove this shell. This one. Come to see. We pounding like this. And while we have some song we sing, we say twanga. Twanga means pounding in English. The song we sing in here. We say twanga twanga.
Twanda?
Twanga.
Twanda.
Twanga means pounding. We sing to get the motivation. Twanga we twanga. Twanga. Twanga.
Hakuna matata ni Barack Obama.
What you go to do now? You go to roasting.
Oh, okay.
So now we roast it. No what? Mind your head. No water, no oil. Just it. This is clay pot. Clay pot made by soil.
Okay.
Come have a seat here.
Nzuri sana wageni wakaribishwa Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata, hakuna matata,
Tukaenda na California,
hakuna matata,
na tukiwa na vijiji
hakuna matata.
Tukafika Materuni,
Hakuna matata.
Wow. You can tell it has a different smell.
This is the last shell. This is the last shell of our coffee.
Yeah.
You can smell. Siwazi.
Yeah.
Picha nzuri ya karibu. Piga karibu jinga.
Saga. Kumbaye.
Go back there where we're making to try what you made here.
Drink organic, feel the magic.
Wow. Different. It's light, it's mellow.
Yeah.
It's good.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's banana, what is it, banana beer?
Banana wine.
Banana wine. It's all natural. It's straight from the hands of my friends. Yeah.
Karibu sana
First time.
Tanzania.
It's light and tastes good. Totally different. You can't even taste the alcohol or any other processed chemicals or whatever that we use from other countries, especially United States. This is straight from the hands of those who made it. This is all natural, pure. Banana moonshine. I don't drink the moonshine, but this is straight up organic banana moonshine. Can you imagine? And you know, my friend also said that it's good for the digestive system. You know, after you eat, excuse me, just a little bit of this will help your digestive system. That makes a difference. Yeah.
Hakuna matata.
Be happy.
Materuni.
Oh my way home. Woohoo. Coffee love.
Today we are on our way to Mirani, a Tanzania mine, to meet some friends. On our way there, you may see in the background Mount Kilimanjaro. It is a wonderful day, and I hope that you enjoy the landscape as we travel our way.
Vizuri.
Yeah.
Nyumbani hiyo.
Yeah. I have words to express because, again, as you said, I'm home. I feel like I'm home. There's nothing greater than having that feeling to be welcome. Even though I've never been here, but this is the first time that I feel like I've been here. I feel like I'm here and I see you all the time. You know, so I truly, truly thank you. Believe me, more than anything, to have this opportunity to sit among you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I take that seriously.
Na sisi tunamwambia karibu sana Tanzania, karibu nyumbani, nyumbani kumenoga. Tunafurahi kumuona Mwafrika mwenzetu akirudi nyumbani, kufurahia mazingira ya nyumbani. Karibu sana.
Tunashukuru sana maana kwa kweli tulifurahi. Maana unajua nyumbani ndio nyumbani. Kwa hiyo alikumbuka akaja kuona ndugu zake. Kwa hiyo karibu sana. Na baba.
Mimi nafurahi tu kwamba mko kwenye traditional ya Masai na
karibuni, na nadhani na hizi picha hizi mliopiga mtaenjoy zaidi, kwamba leo mko wana Wamasai meona original.
Karibuni nyumbani ndugu yetu ambayo amerudi tena nyumbani, namkaribisha. Asante sana kwa kukutana huku kwetu Tanzania.
Mkaribisha nyumbani, karibu sana, karibu nyumbani.
Hata mimi nashukuru, maana unajua ukiona mtu ambaye Mwafrika mwenzetu anatungangania na sisi tunasema karibu sana, maana sisi tunampenda, maana tumeona kwamba naye ana upendo na sisi. Mtu mzalendo na nchi yake, tunamwambia karibu sana.
We are here in Magufuli in Dar es Salaam, heading towards another town, which I'm still learning the pronunciation of certain words, but you'll find out that word, the name of that town later on. But nevertheless, as you can see, it's still early in the morning and it appears to be dark, but we're traveling from one town to another. It's important and it's interesting how each area that I have expressed and each area that I have journeyed to, you see the exact same thing, that so many are being productive. And that's no matter what it may be, they're being productive, whether they're selling something on the bus, selling something out in the courtyard, selling something, they're being productive. I just noticed someone who has a big bag picking up plastic bottles. He is being productive. Might be making money, might be creative or something, but he is being productive. And that's one of the most important and key things here, is that each and every single person is being productive about something positive, nothing negative. Everyone is trying to establish an earning and living, and no one is out here begging or being a sloth about nothing. Everybody's being productive about something, and that's what's important. So again, as I continue on my journey here in Tanzania, Africa, regardless of different towns, I'm going to continue to express my experience of what I have learned and what I understand versus the production in the United States versus the production here. I want to take this moment to reflect on some of my thoughts. Being here in Iringa, watching the people, my people, industrial people, do what they need to do. And I'm going to say this raw, these are my words, that even living in the United States, they have less, there is less there than what they have here. Here in this place, Africa have more of value than what we have in the United States. Yet the illusion is to make the world or other people think you're doing better than absolutely not. They're doing better here because they cultivate what life has given them. There's no laziness, there's no excuse, there's no justifying why they cannot do anything. They do what they need to do. And I want to use these two words, and I'm going to use those in another segment. By any means necessary, you do what you have to do. And I was reflecting also when I was doing construction, even raising my kids. In some of the most brutal cold weather, I was out there. 10, 11 o'clock in the evening, I was out there by myself because it was hard to find somebody to work. To some of the hottest moment during the summer when it felt like it was 105 degrees, brutally hot, sweltering. I had to finish the job because I took it on. So once you take on the responsibility of anything, it's your job, your duty and job to complete it at all costs. I cannot begin to imagine walking in somebody else's footsteps. But one of the things that inspires me and to motivate me is these are the things that I have always thought about, regardless of whether it's TV or somebody else's documentary. But I am living proof here on this soil, in this country, on part of this continent. I am part of my own documentary, my own story, that I'm a firm believer that God has brought to light. What I thought about, expressed about, I am proof of being here, watching everyone. No one is sitting around. No one finds an excuse. No one trying to justify my not being here. That is the absolute saddest part in our society of America. There is no excuse. There is no union, no calling out sick, no laziness about a long break, lunch break, short break, any kind of break. Every possible second is utilized for the benefit of somebody, and everybody is continuing to be motivated by their own worth. Everybody here is worth something to somebody, because as you can see and as you have saw and you will continue to see, every single thing. Matter of fact, let me say this. 99% of stuff that is wasted in the United States, 150% of that is utilized here in this country. In this country. So there's no such thing as waste here. The only waste here is something that was used beyond its own measure. And even then, somebody finds a way to take that waste and utilize making something. So there is absolutely 100% of anything is never a waste of anything. Because somebody either making something, somebody can use something, somebody can sell something. Either way, it's being utilized. And that's the sad part about it. I don't care how you look at it. Again, these are my words, my reflection, my experience, my journey from where I came from to where I'm at now. But we know tomorrow's not promised. But when tomorrow comes, I can look back, at least leave a legacy of those who will be inspired by listening to my voice, my words, my expression on my journey of what I have, or my footprints have traveled through somebody else's footprints that had left for me. I am their future. They are my history. And without history, and history is somebody's story, everybody's story, young, middle, or old, it doesn't matter. Everybody has a story. Only thing you have to do is just sit and listen. On our way to Motherland, and it's an interesting journey. And as you can see, the road looked like an old, dusty country road, but nevertheless, people travel on this path on a regular basis. It's no big deal. But as you can see, we're standing here with a little bit of car trouble, nothing major, but it's minor. And that's expected anywhere, no matter where you go. You always expect something, at least expect the unexpected. And it's nothing that's catastrophic. But the interesting thing is that everyone here is familiar with the situation, and we thank God that He is going to guide us through and everything's going to be okay. I just had a dish of chips, my eye, and it tastes very good, very good. And it's not unfortunate, but it's a blessing, and I truly feel good that I'm in a place unimaginable to me. It seems like it took us almost 4 hours to get here, but I'm among a whole community, unexpected. And right now, everybody's so wonderful. They're cordial, they're friendly, they're mannerable. I mean, this is the culture of consideration, a culture of respect, a culture of family and friends, and they welcome everyone who comes here. Come here with an open heart, an open mind, expressing gratitude and appreciation. There's nothing greater than being among what you feel like you're at home. This is truly a blessing for me. I'll get it. Well, he got an art to it. Nikamwonyesha mfano wa nini? I'm messing up your job, huh?
Hapa na pizza hapa. Hapa vizuri kabisa.
Ngelibie?
Hapa naenda vizuri. Kwa atakuwa anashika. Kwa anashika vizuri. Natumia place ya miti hii. Naonifanya. Naenda.
I may look a little tired, whatnot, but it's fresh, an early fresh morning here at Monte Bila, okay, a place I have arrived a couple days ago. I found it to be very, very extremely interesting. First time I had the opportunity to experience such a place, a location. And what's important and the culture of it, it's a community of people who's trying to make a difference, okay, searching for a better life. It doesn't mean that their life is not great now, because they are very sustainable even now. Mentally I say that, spiritually I say that, emotionally I say that, because they have fellowship, they get along together. But this morning fresh air is what I cannot begin to sit here and phantom. I cannot express to you what it's like. And as you can see behind me, the landscape, you hear the noise of those who are working the machines. Here, Monte Bila, okay, a gold mine. A gold mine doesn't mean, again, it's a place where there's abundance of gold, but it's a place where one is searching for. And I find it, once again, very interesting. From the first thing in the morning, let's just say, I'm going to say maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, they start their work. They start their day until maybe 10, 11 o'clock at night. But they are industrious, they are actually moving, they are working, they are resting, they are nurturing their environment. Once again, Monte Bila, okay, a place, a gold mine, this landscape. And I find it once again to be a fulfilling moment for me. I'm standing in front of a tree of Mashada. If I pronounce it correct, it's interesting. It's a fruit, has many seeds in it, but it's good for you. It's healthy. What are the benefits of it? Well, I am going to continue to learn that. Right now, as you can see, my man Isaac have stopped. He's showing us. Matter of fact, he introduced it to me earlier. So, again, As you can see, it's edible, it's eatable, and it's good for you. Naomba nisolee vitoke viwili kidogo nakubwa. Vitoke viwili kidogo nakubwa. Atoa kimoja tu. Kimoja. Toa kimoja. Leaving Iringa, a town, heading back to Dar es Salaam, where we originally was resting a few days ago. So it was truly an interesting moment in time in Iringa, and as you can see, it's quiet and everyone's out here doing what they need to do. It's still what I consider an industrial moment where everybody's out here trying to take an opportunity to make a better living for themselves. But we're right here at the bus station, and we're getting ready to board now. Yeah, I just want to take this opportunity to share some thoughts with me. And yesterday, on our way back from Iringa, heading towards Dar es Salaam, we was on the bus, and which was fine, coming down through the mountains. The scenery was great, the day was great, and the traffic a little heavy going up only because of an accident. But one of the things that came to my attention was that, out of curiosity, like most people, is that the bus pulled over. And we didn't know why. We thought maybe we might have been having bus trouble. But then we noticed that there were some kids getting on the bus. That's a norm, in a sense. And I say in a sense because you think there were parents behind them. Only to find out, we noticed there was no parents. This was about 10 a.m. in the morning. A bunch of kids got on the bus, little girls, little boys and whatnot. And what really became heartbreaking is that, one, they were on their way to school at 10 a.m. Well, outside of that, to add to that, was that they looked as if they were scared somewhat, but there was a passion look of innocence that one could not ignore. And there was one young lady that was behind, then there was another young lady, and they couldn't have been no more than 5-6 years old. 5-6 years old, early in the morning, traveling down the mountain, going to where I had found out, to school. They had their uniforms, they had their backpack, but this one young lady who sat next to a friend of mine, Ali, she felt close to him as if she knew she was being embraced by somebody who cared. There was an expression of innocence. The expression that I looked and I saw was tears that was not exposed. There was tears of comfort, tears of sadness, tears of joy. But you would not have known that unless you felt inside yourself the innocence of a child. And as Ali, as well as others on that bus, pulled some of those kids close to them, they felt secure. That is what I call a village. We hear the term in the United States, it takes a whole village, but this is truly a sincere, dedicated, and liable village for the bus driver to pull over to allow these kids who's on their way to school for an education, hoping and praying that they would too have a future, and allow them to get on the bus. Many on that bus had embraced those kids, even gave them a little lunch money, whatever was given to them. They felt as if they were at home. The trust that their parents have put into those kids to leave their door, that threshold, that place where they live, to journey to school and hope and pray that they get there safely. But one of the biggest things is that there is a community, a whole host of community throughout this whole country. Every place that I have experienced is a community, because as I have seen kids traveling along the way, the roads and whatnot, the train, the buses, no one bothers them. None of these kids was hurt. But this moment, that moment yesterday, it was so heart-wrenching to me and Ali. And I was asked if I wanted to say I couldn't, because our hearts was throbbing in emotional tears. I had to turn away. I couldn't look, but it was embedded in my mind. So as they grow up, they will always say, somebody cared for me, somebody watched over me, somebody protected me, and I felt secure. It is beyond a blessing. It is beyond words for somebody, a bus driver or a vehicle, to pull over and make sure that these kids get to a safe destination. What adds to this is that they were on the bus for at least a good 20, 25, maybe 30 minutes. And I'm saying to myself, well, if they're going to school, where is the school? Well, as I calculated, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you can drive almost a good 60 miles. In the United States, 60 miles. And these kids were walking. How does one explain that? How can one comprehend kids walking along the roadway, coming down out of the mountain, one way to go to school, 60 miles? It's unimaginable to me. I have not seen it, I have not heard, because in the United States, to me, kids can't even stand on the doorstep without somebody, or some predator, somebody, maybe bringing harm to them. Maybe not an adult, maybe some kids, maybe some bully, maybe the neighbor, we don't know. But these kids was going one way to school. The thought of having to spend several hours in school to learn something and to return back to the original destination, to travel back up the highway by themselves along the roadway, is unimaginable. It's unthinkable. It's hard to comprehend that as an adult, and I'm a stranger in a foreign land, but as I said previously, I feel like I'm at home, and I feel like that child, those kids, was part of me. For me to feel the way I have, and to be able to take time to express my thoughts and feelings today, this moment, I feel good, and I thank God every second for that opportunity, because He has shown me that no matter where I go, and that I have expressed, and that He has shown me being what I have said and will continue to say, I'm at home. These kids is mine. Will I bring harm to these kids any different than I bring harm to my own biological kids who are now adults? I have grandkids. And one day, hopefully and prayerfully, depends if I'm here, if they have kids, who will protect them? Who will protect them? got the International Trade Show of Tanzania, and I just had a most experienced moment. And as you can see, it was going up the members of whatever tribe and nevertheless, and from here, it was all pleasure. I truly enjoyed it. And as you can see all around, once again, the International Show of Tanzania. And walking man through. By any means necessary, a profound statement. People I met and seen all around, without hesitation, engineer their time to be productive. How can one think, feel, or believe there's no hope when it comes to providing for the survival and feeding their families? It's unimaginable to think that others in foreign countries are struggling to make ends meet when determination is key. In my experience, I've learned that resources are plenty, if only each one reach one. The world is vast, a journey in the footsteps of our ancestors who paved the way in their quest for freedom. I've been inspired by this opportunity of going home, and I hope you will too. The beginning of the end of the first segment, but I'd just like to say it was truly a pleasure visiting Tanzania, and now we are on our way home. So once again, it has truly been a pleasure.